The road gives up on pavement, the grass gives up on green. Everything gets softer, somewhere in between. I leave the day behind me, somewhere in the car. Nobody is looking, and here we are. Nothing planned, nothing owed. This is where we leave the road, where the sand begins. I can feel the whole day letting go. Where the sand begins, nothing left to hurry, nothing left to know. Shoes in one hand, nothing on my mind. Nothing in the world is asking me tonight. Where the sand begins and the water's catching light. The sun is almost finished, lying on the sea. You walk a little slower, waiting there for me. The music from the doorway, softer than the tide. Everything worth having is somewhere just inside. Warm and low, soft and near. Everything I hoped for starts right here. Where the sand begins, I can feel the whole day letting go. Where the sand begins, nothing left to hurry, nothing left to know. Shoes in one hand, yours in the other. Nothing in the world is asking me tonight. Where the sand begins and the water's catching light. Where the sand begins and the evening starts. Nobody in here is dressed the way they came. Nobody is asking anybody's name. The door is standing open, the night is coming in. Somebody starts a record and we all begin. Loosen up, set it down, nothing leaving out the rest. A dress that's seen the water, a shirt that's seen the sun. Nothing here is perfect, and that's the fun. You find me in the corner, you don't say a word, you just start moving to something that we heard. Kick them off, leave them be, everything I'm wearing is exactly me. Sandals at the door, everybody left their manners at the beach. Sandals at the door, nothing here to prove and nothing out of reach. Barefoot on the floorboards, your hand finding my shoulder. Nobody is anybody's guest. Sandals at the door, and we're leaving out the rest. Sandals at the door, nobody's going anywhere. The windows have been open since the afternoon. Nobody has closed them, nobody will soon. There's something on my skin that didn't come from me. Half of it is summer, half of it is sea. Breathe it in, hold it there. Everything I'm feeling is already in the air. Salt in the air, and it's getting in my hair and in my mind. Salt in the air, and I'm not the sort of thing you're gonna find. Warm along my shoulders, soft along the evening. Nothing here is anything to hide. Salt in the air, and the summer's on my side. You come back from the water, wearing half the sea. You shake it from your hair, and most of it hits me. Nobody apologized, nobody complained. Everything about it is exactly why I stayed. Taste it now, feel it dry. Everything this summer isn't going to say goodbye. Salt in the air, and it's getting in my hair and in my mind. Salt in the air, and I'm not the sort of thing you're gonna find. Warm along my shoulders, warmer where you're leaning. Nothing here is anything to hide. Salt salt in the air, and the summer's on my side. Salt in the air, and the summer's on my side. Somebody stopped talking, and then everybody did. The whole room turned around without being told to. The sun is on the water, halfway to the line. Nobody is moving, nobody minds, not a word, not a sound. Everything worth seeing is going down. The last of the light, sitting on the water like it wants to stay. The last of the light, nothing I could do would make it go away. Everyone is watching, nobody is asking. Something in the evening's coming due. The last of the light, and I'm glad I got to watch it with you. Color on the ceiling came in through the door. It moved across the tables and it went along the floor. It found us where we're sitting and it held there for a while. Then it left without a word, the way it always will. Let it end, let it turn. Everything worth having was never ours to earn. The last of the light, sitting on the water like it wants to stay. The last of the light, nothing I could do would make it go away. Everyone is watching, you are watching with me. Something in the evening's coming due. The last of the light, and I'm glad I got to watch it with you. The last of the light, and it's gone. sand, close enough to hear it, far enough to stand. The music from the doorway is somewhere at my back. Everything in front of me is dark and coming back. Not a plan, not a place, nothing out there needs another word from us. Two chairs by the water, and we haven't said a thing in half an hour. Two chairs by the water, and I've never felt so easy in my life. Everything is happening nowhere near this evening. Nothing has to be explained out here. Two chairs by the water, and the only thing that's moving is the tide. Somebody comes out, then they turn and go inside. They saw us and decided we were fine. You put your hand out, palm upon the arm. I put mine on top of it, and that was the whole thing. Not a word, not a move, nothing about this has a thing to prove. Two chairs by the water, and we haven't said a thing in half an hour. Two chairs by the water, and I've never felt so easy in my life. Everything is happening somewhere else entirely. Nothing has to be explained out here. Two chairs by the water, and the only thing that's moving is the tide. Two chairs by the water, and nobody's getting up. Somebody strung them up before the season turned. 100 little fires nobody has burned. They go all the way out to where the boards give up, and every one of them is doubled in the water. Look at that, look at them. Nothing out here needs to be ours to love. Lanterns on the pier, and I don't need to walk out there to know Lanterns on the pier, they can have the music, they can have the show. We can watch it from here, warm and out of it. Nobody is waiting on us now. Lanterns on the pier, and we're exactly where we ought to be somehow. There's laughing up the boardwalk, somebody's birthday maybe. Two of them are dancing badly, and it's lovely. We are not invited and we don't wanna be. Everything they're having is already down here. Let them go, let them shine. Everything I wanted is already mine. Lanterns on the pier, and I don't need to walk out there to know. Lanterns on the pier, they can have the music, they can have the show. We can watch it from here, warm and leaning closer. Nobody is waiting on us now. Lanterns on the pier, and we're exactly where we ought to be somehow. Lanterns on the pier. Lanterns on the pier, and every one of them is doubled. The first one went up before we heard a thing. A little gold umbrella opening and closing. Then the sound arrived about 4 seconds late. Everybody on the sand turned around to wait. Look at that, way out there. Somebody is having the night of their life. Fireworks far away, somebody across the water celebrating. Fireworks far away, and we get to see it without having to be there. Every one of them belongs to someone else. Everything I've got is right beside me now. Fireworks far away, and I wouldn't trade a second of it anyhow. Green and then a white one, then a long one, low and gold. The water takes each one and gives it back doubled. You aren't watching the sky, you are watching me watch it. I fade. Everything worth keeping is already made. Fireworks far away, somebody across the water celebrating. Fireworks far away, and we get to see it without having to be there. Every one of them belongs to someone else. Everything I've got is right beside me now. Fireworks far away, and I wouldn't trade a second of it anyhow. Fireworks far away, and the last one's going up. The last one faded out, and nobody clapped. Somebody starts folding what they brought. The sand is getting shorter every time I look. Nothing said a word, and nothing had to. Don't decide, don't announce. Nothing here is waiting on a word from us. The tide knows when the evening's had enough of being long. The tide knows, and it doesn't need me telling it it's wrong. I don't have to call it, I don't have to close it. Something out there does that on its own. The tide knows, and it's coming up to take the evening home. The chairs are getting wet where we were sitting. Neither of us mentions that we moved. Somebody up the beach is calling in a dog. Everything is ending beautifully and slowly. Let it come, let it rise. Everything worth ending ends without goodbyes. The tide knows when the evening's had enough of being long. The tide knows, and it doesn't need me telling it it's wrong. I don't have to call it, you don't either. Something out there does that on its own. The tide knows, and it's coming up to take the evening home. The tide knows, and it's almost at our feet. gets a little harder to hold apart. Nothing had to happen, nothing had to change. Something in the night just turned around. When the wind turns warm and I'm not the one who turned it, but I'm found. My hair goes the other way across my face. You reach over without asking me. You put it back behind and leave your hand a second. Neither of us breathes, and then we both do. Feel that, feel it turn. Everything I learned tonight I didn't have to learn. When the wind turns warm, you can't tell where the air stops and I start. When the wind turns warm, everything I'm holding gets a little harder to hold apart. Nothing had to happen, and it happened anyway. Something in the night just turned around. When the wind turns warm and I'm not the one who turned it, but I'm found. When the wind turns warm and it's coming from your side. Nobody is out here, not one light along the sand. The water isn't moving much at all. It broke the moon in pieces and it's holding all of them. Every single one is going somewhere else. Don't reach, don't move. Nothing in the world is asking to be proved. Moonlight on the water, and there isn't any way to pick it up. Moonlight on the water, and I don't want it in my hands enough. Some things aren't for keeping, some things are for looking. Nothing out here needs a thing from me. Moonlight on the water, and I'm glad it isn't something I could be. finest thing I know. Don't name it, don't hold on. Everything worth seeing is already gone. Moonlight on the water, and there isn't any way to pick it up. Moonlight on the water, and I don't want it in my hands enough. Some things aren't for keeping, some things are for sharing. Nothing out here needs a thing from me. Moonlight on the water, and I'm glad it isn't something I could be. Moonlight on the water, nobody has touched it. Somebody's tree fell over somewhere far. The water took it and it kept it for a while. Everything sharp about it isn't sharp now. It came up here and it lay down in the sand. Look at that, look how smooth. Nothing got that way by staying where it grew. Driftwood, nothing ever got here going straight. Driftwood, every softened corner had to wait. It went the long way, it got turned around. Everything that happened made it good. Driftwood, and I'd take it over anything that stood. Sit down on it like it's always been a bench. I sit down beside you and it holds the both of us. It didn't plan on that, it didn't plan on anything. That's the part that gets me every time. Never rushed, never knew. Everything it lost is what it's holding up to. Driftwood, nothing ever got here going straight. Driftwood, every softened corner had to wait. It went the long way, it got turned around. Everything that happened made it good. Driftwood, and it's holding up the two of us right now. Driftwood, and it took its time. As the wind got up, the glass had gone cold, and we hadn't. It went white where we stood before we said a word. Everything outside went away at once. Don't wipe it, leave it there. Nothing out that window needs another look. Fog on the window, and the whole ocean disappeared behind it. Fog on the window, and I didn't even notice when I stopped minding. Everything I came for is on this side of it. Nothing out there's better than in here. Fog on the window, and you're the only thing that's still clear. You draw something on it with one finger badly. I can't tell what it is, and you won't say. It fades in a minute, the way those always do. I drew one underneath, and mine went too. Nothing kept, nothing saved. Everything worth doing doesn't have to stay. Fog on the window, and the whole ocean disappeared behind it. Fog on the window, and I didn't even notice when I stopped minding. Everything I came for is sitting right beside me. Nothing out there's better than in here. Fog on the window, and you're the only thing that's still clear. Fog on the window, and it's almost light out. The sky went from black to something almost blue. Nobody announced it, it was just like that. We are down at the edge where the water gives up, counting them in without meaning to. Here comes one, here comes more. Nothing about this is anything to mourn. The last wave tonight is out there somewhere, and it's on its way. The last wave tonight, and I won't know which one it was till it's gone. Every single one of them came the whole way here. Nothing has to end for me to leave. The You say we should go in, and then we don't. We say it a few times and it stops meaning anything. The cold has found my arms and I don't mention it. You take your jacket off without looking at me. One more here, one more now. Everything we counted got us to somehow. The last wave tonight is out there somewhere and it's on its way. The last wave tonight, and I will know which one it was till it's gone. Every single one of them came the whole way here. Nothing has to end for me to leave. The last wave tonight, and I'm taking you along with what I receive. The last wave tonight, and I still haven't seen it. It started as one spot out where nothing was, not the whole sky, just a place that couldn't hold. Then it opened sideways and it later rolled down, all the way from there to exactly where we stand. Look at it, look at us. Nothing about this was arranged for anyone. First light on the water, and it came the whole way over just to land. First light on the water, and it stops at nobody, and it reaches where we are. Everyone who slept is going to hear about it. Nothing I could say would make it more. First light on the water, and I've never stayed up long enough before. Your face has got the color that the sky just handed out. You don't know it yet, and I'm not going to tell you. We have been awake longer than we should, and I would do the whole thing over exactly like we did. Here it comes, all of it. Everything we waited on was worth the sitting up. First light on the water, and it came the whole way over just to land. it's already on your hands. The water came up while we were looking somewhere else. It got the place we sat, and then it got the rest. Where we put the chairs is under it already. Everything we did here is being smoothed away. Let it come, let it clear. Nothing that we made was ever going to stay here. Morning tide coming up to take the whole night back. Morning tide, and it can have the sand. It isn't what I packed. Everything worth keeping never left a mark. Nothing that it takes was ever mine. Morning tide, and I'm walking off with all of it this time. Somebody's shoes are in my other hand. I don't remember picking them up, and I'm not putting them down. The birds have started like they always were going to. We are gonna be tired in a way that we'll be glad about. One last look, one last turn. Everything we came for was never ours to earn. Morning tide coming up to take the whole night back. Morning tide, and it can have the sand. It isn't what I packed. Everything worth keeping never left a mark. Nothing that it takes was ever mine. Morning tide, and we're walking off with all of it this time. Morning tide, and the sand